throughout the Midwest and even more around the world. This is the Show Me Sports Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and is a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
Network broadcast crew is ready in the Doc and Norm Direct broadcast booth. Exclusive pre-game coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball is brought to you by Animal Medical Center of Jefferson City, Avon with Michelle Carty, Boone County Journal, Centurion Cares, Christopher Scott, Farmers Insurance, Doc and Norm Direct, Eddie Goodell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving, LLC, Hoslog Landscaping and Design, Last Sentinel Firearms, Retrieving Freedom, River Oak Christian Academy, Sawdust Studios, State Tech of Missouri, and Walk Off Wood Bat Company. The excitement is building in the stands, and the tension is rising in the dugout as first pitch is just around the corner. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball on the Renegades Radio Network and the Show Me Sports Network. Now let's go live to the field to the Doc and Norm Direct broadcast booth.
For the first time this season, the Renegades have hit the road and look to build off last night's extra inning win over Clarinda at home. My name is Ben Schmidt, and I'm bringing you the broadcast today on the Show Me Sports Network. Thanks for being with us. We've got a good one as the Renegades look to move to 2-3 on the season. We're going to start a little bit early today, so not too long of a pre-game show. Umpires just arrived at the ballpark, and we're for some potential for some rain in the forecast here today, and with 14 innings we've got to get in. We are going to get this thing underway as soon as possible. So, with a little time to spare, let me get you the starting lineup for today's two ball clubs. The Jefferson City Renegades at 1-2 on the season versus the Carroll Merchants at 3-0. We'll start with the visiting Renegades. Leading off for Jefferson City in center field is Ty Wilmsmeyer. He'll be followed by the shortstop Colby Olt, and then Ross Lovich in right field batting third. In the cleanup spot is Colton Doyle at second base. Carter Mize follows him playing first, and then Brendan Perkins in the sixth spot in left field. Catching for the Renegades batting seventh is Joe Horchler. Eighth spot is Colin Shreves at third base, and batting ninth to round out the lineup is Hunter Sherman at the designated hitter spot. And starting pitching for today for Jefferson City will be Braden Maltby on the mound. Let's turn it over for the home Carroll Merchants. Leading off for them at second base is Jordan Mathewson. Batting second is Caleb Freeman, the catcher, and Garrett Freeman will be the third baseman for the Merchants today. In the cleanup role is Andrew Schroeder, the shortstop. Danny Schweitzer will bat fifth and play left field. Hunter Reed at third base bats sixth. Michael Alt bats seventh in center. Parker Ingram, the designated hitter, in the eighth spot. And to round out the lineup is Kyle Berg in right field, the number 9 hitter. And on the mound today for the Merchants will be Ryan Riddle. So now that you have the two starting lineups, let's preview a little bit of these two teams before we get closer to first pitch. Jefferson City did not hold a lead until last night, and then got cooking with gas once they were able to have a big 4-run inning. When they were originally down 5-2, they hit the 4-run inning to eventually send it to extra innings, and then after a couple scoreless extra innings, get the walk-off single to win the game. But it's going to be a tall task someday against the Carroll Merchants, the 3-0 Carroll Merchants, with a couple big victories this season. Won a 5.5-hour marathon just a couple nights ago on May 31st, where they won 16-15 over the Chillicothe Mudcats. So a really tall task today for the Jefferson City Renegades, but if they are able to come out of this doubleheader with the sweep, they could move over 500 on the season, or even move to 500 with just a win here in this first game. So umpires and head coaches are currently exchanging lineup cards at home plate. They've just shook hands and headed back to the dugout, which means it's just about time for the national anthem. So as we get closer to that national anthem, just a few minutes before first pitch, I'm going to send it to break, and we will be back here in just a moment for the start of Renegades baseball. Make sure to stay with us on the Show Me Sports Network. We've got 14 innings to play today. Let's play 2. We'll be back in just a moment for first pitch.
highlights of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, Walk-Off Wood Bat Company bats are made with premium grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
River Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 7th grade with 8th grade to be added in the 2023-2024 school year. River Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students with a student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about River Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Hi, this is Nick Hoslag, owner of Hoslag Landscape and Design. Every day, my highly trained team of experts works hard to give you the outdoor living area you've been dreaming of. By focusing solely on landscaping and hardscape construction, this has made us the preferred landscape and design company serving Jefferson City and the central Missouri area. Thank you for all your continued support in voting us as winners of the Reader's Choice Awards and Jefferson City's Best multiple years running. When you are ready to begin your dream outdoor project, call us at 573-301-9464 to schedule an estimate or visit hoslaglandscape.com.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers. With some of the most advanced technologies on the market, anything can become a canvas. The state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie!
MoX Dock and Norm Direct is back
better than ever. Much more than your #1 ground shuttle transportation service to St. Louis Airport. Yes! MoX Dock and Norm Direct is Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Sporting events, concerts, wedding receptions, the lake, winery trips, Branson, plaza shopping, reunions, pub crawls. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond. We do it all. Remember, we want you to ride MoX Dock and Norm Direct.
All right. Let's play some baseball, shall we? First pitch has just been thrown. We are back after the national anthem and the lineup introductions, and let's get ready to play too, as the Carroll City Merchants have just taken, the Carroll Merchants, got confused with Carroll and Jefferson City there, but the Carroll Merchants have taken the field, and let's give a quick preview for the starting pitch for the Merchants. Ryan Riddle, right-hander, comes from Briarcliff University and hails from Omaha, and is making the start today for the Merchants. Due up for the Jefferson City Renegades this inning will be Ty Wilmsmeyer, Colby Olt, and Ross Lovich, the first three, and Colton Doyle to follow if one reaches. Like I said in the pregame show, Jefferson City get their first win last night in what was a long one. It went 12 innings where they eventually got the 7-6 win. Jefferson City actually trailed 5-2 at one point in that one before scoring 4 runs to take a 6-5 lead, and went into extras tied at 6 apiece. And after a couple scoreless and what was early a back-and-forth ball game, pitching really settled in, and after a couple scoreless extra innings, Jefferson City was able to get the walk-off single for the victory with 2 outs in the 12th inning. So clutch hit there to win the game, and Jefferson City was able to grab their first win of the season in their last game of the homestand. That opened their season way back in Jefferson City. We're just about ready to go as Riddle continues to toss his warm-up pitches. Once again, I'm Ben Schmidt. Thank you for joining me today on the Show Me Sports Network, and let me remind everyone, go riding with Doc and Norm Direct, Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Doc and Norm Direct is also the official transportation provider of the Renegades. It's how we got here today to Carroll. It's how we're getting to Des Moines tomorrow. They get us to our road game safely, efficiently, and in style. So to book your spot for your next adventure, call them at 573-256-1991 or email reservations at moexpress.com. We're just about ready to go. Last warm-up pitch has just been tossed. And stepping now into the batter's box will be Ty Wilmsmeyer. Let's play some baseball. As you can see, the PA announcer in the background, he's ready to go. It's a really good crowd on hand here today at Merchants Park. Pretty much all the stands to my left and right are filled with blue for the Merchants colors. Merchants today wearing blue jerseys with white pants, while Jefferson City wears a similar uniform, also blue and navy blue with gray road pants. As we are ready to go, first pitch is called a strike on the outside corner. Good location there from Riddle, and he moves ahead of Wilmsmeyer 0-1. Was a pretty nice frame draw there by Freeman, the catcher for the Merchants. It was definitely a borderline pitch, but a good pitch regardless. That one on the way is outside. Tried to hit a similar spot there. Freeman was not able to catch it, but even if he does, that one was off the plate. And that'll even it up at 1-1 the count. Wilmsmeyer, Jefferson City's leadoff hitter, looking to get something started early in this one. Back on the mound is Riddle. He looks in and will bring it home. That's a swing and a miss for strike 2. He's going to a very similar spot with all 3 pitches to begin this ballgame, trying to hit that outside corner with, I believe, what's been the fastball. First 2, Wilmsmeyer took. That one he swung through, and now he's down 1-2. Pitch on the way is grounded up the middle. Ring to his right. Pick and a long throw home at first is not going to be in time. It was grounded to second. Mathewson almost made a great pick and a long throw over to first base, but Wilmsmeyer with the speed barely beats it out. That'll be an infield single. Would have been an incredible defensive play by Mathewson had he made it, but Wilmsmeyer just moving too quick up the line, probably beat that one by about a step, and will reach with a single to lead off this ball game. So Jefferson City has got something going here. We'll see if they can bring that leadoff hitter around as Colby Olt, the shortstop, steps in. Now pitching from the stretch will be Riddle. Wilmsmeyer takes his lead from first. That one is outside. Is another ball to start this count to Colby Olt. Olt, the shortstop for the Renegades from Festus, Missouri, 5'10". Now back into the batter's box as Freeman goes down into the crouch. Pretty long look in on this pitch, and then a quick glance over to first checks Wilmsmeyer. Wilmsmeyer leaning a little bit. kick and deal. He's not going. They're going to try and pick him off at first. Throw gets away into right field. Wilmsmeyer's going to get up and go to second, and he will have that one standing up. Errant pickoff throw, and that one went into right field off the glove of first baseman for the Merchants, and that allows Wilmsmeyer to go up to second base, and now a 2-0 count with a runner in scoring position with no one out. Golden opportunity here for Jefferson City to start this ball game as the Freeman to Freeman connection for the Merchants of Caleb Freeman, the catcher, to Garrett Freeman, the first baseman. Could not find it there, and an error will lead to a runner in scoring position for the Renegades. 2-0 count on Olt. We'll see if he has the red light here or is given the okay to swing. Pitch is high and outside. That one's a ball, and quickly 3-0 to the second batter of this ball game for the visiting Jefferson City Renegades. Merchants looking to stay undefeated, move to 4-0, as we will be playing 7 innings here today in what is a doubleheader. Back into the batter's box, long look in once again. Quick look back to second base of Wilmsmeyer. And now the 3-0 is called strike. That one hit the bottom inside corner, just at about the knees of Olt. Didn't really look like he was ever going to swing the bat there. 3-0. Nobody out in the top of the first inning. And is still very much ahead in this count, 3-1 as he faces Riddle. Riddle has figured out what pitch he is going to bring home. Brings the left leg up and delivers. That one is high and inside. That's ball 4, and Olt will trot down to first. First 2 have reached for the Renegades. Now one of the big guys coming up, Ross Lovich, the University of Missouri product, bats from the left side and has a chance to do some major damage here to start this ball game, as a first inning single and a base on balls has things going for the Renegades. Like I said, we're not playing leading baseball for those first 2 games. Had the lead 2-1 and then 6-5 at various points last night before taking the only lead that matters, the walk-off 1-7-6. They'll try and get a lead here to begin this ball game early. Lovich swings, lines that one out to left field. Going back is left fielder Schweitzer. He's got it, and he makes the catch. Moved back to his left as it kind of curled towards the left field line. Didn't look like he had to put too much of a sprint into that one to get under it. Runners do not advance as it was not that deeply hit, and Lovich on the first pitch of his at-bat after the first 2 reach will fly out. So still first and second with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. And now stepping in for the Renegades will be Colton Doyle, the second baseman, looking to, at the very least, maybe advance these runners and give the Renegades 2 in scoring position. Maybe if Lovich hits that one to right field, you at least see the runner on second and Wilmsmeyer move to third. But if he tried to tag up there, it would have been an easy out for the Merchants at third. Wilmsmeyer doing a lot of dancing off second base. First pitch is called strike on the outside corner. Beautiful location on that one. Doyle, number 17, playing second base today for the Renegades. Big hole on the right side of the infield as the second baseman, Mathewson, is playing just a little bit off second base. So if Doyle could punch one in between first and second, a lot of room to work with. That one misses low and away, even up 1-1, especially with a pitcher like Riddle, who has made a very visible effort to try and hit that outside corner right-handed batters. If a right-handed hitter like Doyle was able to just take that pitch and shoot it out to right field, I mean, first baseman Freeman for the Merchants has to stay at least somewhat close to first base so Olt can't get a giant lead. Same thing with Mathewson, keeping Wilmsmeyer close to second, so a ton of room to work with. We'll see if Doyle can go opposite way and potentially score the Renegades the first run. 1-1 pitch. Runners are going. Wilmsmeyer is going to get into third. Throw goes into left field, and Wilmsmeyer is going to trot on home for the first run of the ball game. He had that bag stolen easily, and once that throw sailed into left field, Wilmsmeyer was able to jog on home and get in standing on the play. Olt also moves to second, and just like that, 1 out at the top of the first inning, the Jefferson City Renegades has the lead. So that'll be a stolen base and an error on the catcher Freeman, which allows Wilmsmeyer to come all the way around and score the first run of the ball game, and in the process also moves the count to 2-1 on Doyle. Now dancing off second is Olt, another runner in scoring position. Brings the pitch, check swing. I think it would have been a called strike anyway. And that'll even things up at 2-2 to the cleanup hitter for the Renegades. Just joining us, I'm Ben Schmidt with the Show Me Sports Network. We've got a road game, the first of the season for the Renegades, if they have traveled to Merchants Park to take on the Carroll Merchants. Lead this thing 1-0, 1 out into the top of the first inning. We did get underway just a little bit early due to some potential impending weather. This pitch is fouled up. Looks like Freeman's got a play at first. He runs over and makes the catch. Bluff tag at second by Old. He'll retreat back. It was a really nice running play by the first baseman, Freeman, for the Merchants. He moved to his left and back a little bit and then reached out with the left hand to make the catch, as that'll be a pop out to the first baseman for Colton Doyle, and the second out of the inning. Like I said, Old bluffed like he was going to try and tag to third. Would have been a long throw, but probably a good idea to stay put there at second base. And that'll leave us at 2 outs with a runner on second base for Carter Mize, the first baseman. Bats from the left side and steps in, looking to do some 2-out damage and potentially double this lead from 1-0 to 2-0. Long hold at the belt. Riddle now's got it, and he's going to fake and turn to second. But there was nobody covering the bag, so thankfully for him, he did not throw that ball, because otherwise that would have been directly into center field, and Olt would have easily taken third base. Straight up defense for the Merchants with 2 outs. Here's the first pitch. Swung and popped up in the air. Shortstop Schroeder is calling for it, and he has made the catch to end the inning. Renegades will leave the runner at second base, but regardless, they score a run on the stolen base and the throwing error by the catcher. So we'll head to the bottom of the first inning. Merchants coming to the plate, but the Renegades lead 1-0. Stay with us on the Show Me Sports Network.
Left field, having a game plan matters. Farmers Insurance has over 90 years of experience helping people play through every stage of the game. We've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything. Talk to Farmers Agent Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131 to see how I can help you stay in the game. That's Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
We are back for the bottom of the first inning here at Merchants Park in Carroll, Iowa. Thanks for listening with us this afternoon, as the Renegades will play 2 today. Two double headers actually in the next 2 days. They've got 2 this afternoon and evening here in Carroll, and then 2 more tomorrow as they take on Des Moines. Starting on the bump today will be Braden Maltby, right-handed for the Jefferson City Renegades. He is on the hill tossing his warm-up pitches, getting ready to go, as he's been given a 1-0 lead to work with. Maltby from Columbia, Missouri, hails at 5'11", wearing number 11 today, as he has just finished his warm-up pitches, and we are just about ready to go. Mathewson will lead it off for the Merchants today. Bats from the left side, plays second base. Almost made a really nice play there in the top of the first inning, ranging to his right, making a long throw to first. Thankfully for the Renegades, Wilmsmeyer was able to beat it out, but for some of the other batters, that's an incredible out there by Mathewson. Regardless, he takes outside, 1-0 the count. Merchants have played in some high run scoring games so far, even though we're very early into the season. Like I said, take strike there to even up 1-1. Don't think he liked that call. Kind of turned out of the batter's box. Dropped the head a little bit. I don't know where that one missed, but I don't think Mathewson really liked it. Regardless, it's now even 1-1. Back on the bump and bringing it home. That one will miss outside. Horchler tried to frame that one and pull it back to the outside corner, the left side of the plate with the left-handed batter Mathewson, but could not get the call. Maltby working pretty quickly here to the first bat of the game. That one is fouled off to the right side and out of play to even things up 2-2. That pitch was definitely moving inside on Mathewson. Kind of jammed him there. definitely out in front. But even if he's on time with that one, I don't think Matthewson does anything else but put that one on the ground right at either the second baseman or the first baseman for the Renegades. So good pitch location there. We'll see if he can be able to get the out here 2-2. This one is grounded to the shortstop, making the long throw over to first in time is O for the Renegades. O throws over to Mize. Picked that one clean on one hop and then threw it over to get the first out of the ball game. As Maltby is off and running here. Unlike the top of the first inning, the first batter of this one will not reach for the Carroll Merchants as 1 up, 1 down. And that'll bring up Caleb Freeman, one of the two back-to-back Freemans batting for this Merchant Ball Club as Garrett Freeman is on deck, the first baseman. But first we'll have to go through Caleb, the switch-hitting catcher. Bats number 2 for this Merchant squad. The kick in the fire. That one's a called strike to the left-handed batting catcher. Bats left in the box this time. We'll see if the Renegades bring in a righty later. Obviously, we'll see him from the right side. Quickly, Maltby has got it, got the sign in, brings it home. That one was low, no chance to frame that one for a strike. And that'll even things up at 1 and 1 apiece. Despite having no one on, it appears that Maltby is pretty much working from the stretch, as Freeman will call time, readjust the helmet, readjust his grip on the bat, and now he has moved back into the batter's box for the incoming 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. That one is a called strike. That one did grab the low and away outside corner. No, it's very into this one, but through the first batter or so, Maltby looks to be hitting his spots. We'll see if he can continue to do that. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, and I believe he got a piece of that. Yep, he did. Fouled back towards the Renegades dugout, and that'll keep things at 1-2 once again. We'll do it here in just a moment. It was hard to tell at very first. I thought for a second he might have just swung and missed and it got past the catcher, but did get a piece of that one, send it off to the left side. And we'll stay locked here at 1-2 with 1 out in the top of the first inning. Brings this one home, is grounded once again foul. That was another one, just like earlier in this bat, where Maltby brought it inside and Freeman was out in front of it, just grounded over to the right side in foul territory, right over by the first base coach for the Merchants. So for the third straight pitch, we'll do it at 1-2. Maltby looking to retire the second batter in a row to lead off this ball game. He's got it, and here it is. That one low and away, bounced in the dirt. Good block there by the catcher Hirschler for the Renegades, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Freeman waves the bat over his left shoulder and waits on the 2-2 delivery. Here it comes. Once again outside, back-to-back times he was trying to get to that outside corner once again. First one landed in the dirt. That one was high and away. Definitely an off-speed pitch with that one, but could not get it to sweep back across the plate for what would have been strike 3. So now from 1-2 to 3-2. Potential here for a really nice bat for Freeman if he could either work a walk here or hit. And that one bounces in the dirt. That'll be ball 4 as the Merchants have their first base runner of the game. Really nice at bat. Give Caleb Freeman some credit there. Turn on some tough pitches inside to stay alive in the count. And then once Maltby tried to work that outside corner, just could not find the spot. Missed in the dirt a couple times, missed outside one time. And that allowed Freeman, the first of the two Freemans hitting back-to-back, to go down to first base with a walk. So Garrett Freeman, the first baseman, batting from the right side, will step in as I circle base on balls in my scorebook here. First pitch to Garrett Freeman is outside. Ball 1 looked like the fastball there. Not a huge lead at first base as Mize holds the runner on. Swing and a miss on the 1-0 pitch. Was out in front of that one. Evens this one up at 1 ball, 1 strike apiece. Really nice day for baseball if we can stay away from that rain. Right now we do got some light wind going. Pitch is high, doesn't get the call there, and that'll make things 2-1. But definitely some clouds out behind the left, right, and center field wall. But sun is certainly peeking through, and now we can just hope that the rain doesn't move in. 2-1 pitch as Freeman takes the lead. That one is low and inside. So after for that first batter and then the start of that bat to Caleb Freeman, Maltby was really hitting his spots and now just can't seem to find it. When he issued that walk after getting ahead 1-2 to the last batter, couldn't land the off speed, and now here just missing low as he'll check the runner at first, light toss over, no chance to get him there. Freeman actually dove back into first base when he probably could have crawled back in there at the rate that that throw came over. But regardless, little bit bigger lead now. Don't expect him to run. This time a real throw over to first base, dives back in there safely. First pickoff attempt was kind of just a light toss over. That one was an actual attempt to get the runner. But diving back in was Freeman. I'll tell you what, the Merchants don't make it easy on us, batting the two Freemans back to back. You got Freeman in the box and Freeman at first. Pitch on the way is swung on and hit high in the air on the infield. Going out is Mize and Doyle. Doyle calls it, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So after falling behind 3-1 to the first baseman, gets him to pop out to the second baseman, and now has the second out of the inning. And that'll bring us to Andrew Schroeder, the shortstop, number 6, batting for the Merchants. After just a few seconds, into the box now is Schroeder. Once again, not a huge lead at first base for Freeman. First pitch is a called strike on the inside corner. Really nice location on that one. Certainly looked like the fastball at the knees and on the inside corner. Mize holds the runner at first, standing right on top of the first base bag. Pitch on the way is swung on and missed way out in front of the off speed there. And through 2 pitches, Maltby is all over Andrew Schroeder. Went with the fastball for a called strike to open this at bat, and then with the off speed stuff right there and way out in front with Schroeder. We'll see if he can finish him off here up 0-2. 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Renegades have 1 hit, Merchants have none. This pitch will come in and hit him on the arm. So after working ahead 0-2, tried to bury one inside once again and just did not have the movement that he wanted. Schroeder gets to first base the hard way, takes one off. I believe it was the arm, might have got him on the elbow. But regardless, now a runner moves up into scoring position on a walk and a hit by pitch. Still 2 outs though. So Danny Schweitzer, the left fielder, will step into the box with a chance to knot this one at 1 apiece, or if he can send one out into one of those left or right center field gaps, maybe give the Merchants a lead. First pitch on the way. At the knee is called strike on the fastball. Was not nipping the corners with that one. That one was definitely more down the middle, but right at the knees. Back on the mound, looks in for the sign, and now Maltby ready, brings home the 0-1. This one is not going to be a called strike. That one was low and inside. Hartzell actually could not handle that one. Dropped out of his glove. I don't think it would have been a called strike anyway. That'll even things up at 1 apiece. Back into the batter's box. And he'll pick up the leg and turn and fake throw to second base. Maltby did. No one was covering the bag. With 2 outs here, they play straight up defense. Mize plays a little bit behind the runner at first base. Not on the first base bag, but kind of even with him. So, with the right-handed batter, you figure he's not going to be able to shoot one down that right field line. Pitch on the way here is swung on, hit in the air. Out down the right field line, moving over to make the catch is Lovich. Catches it running in stride in foul ground, and that will end the inning. No hits for the Carroll Merchants, but they do get 2 base runners on a base on balls and a hit by pitch. But Maltby is able to work around the 2 base runners and keep things scoreless. So with that, we'll head to the second inning. 1-0 our score. Stay with us between Jeff City and Carroll.
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
At the Boone County Journal, we're with you all the way. We know that you're more than just a subscriber. You're an employer, you're a parent, you're a neighbor. Most importantly, you're a community member. It's our goal to provide you with the latest news, sports, opinions, obituaries, classifieds, and more to keep you informed about your community. To find out more about the Boone County Journal or to subscribe, call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojoe.com. The Boone County Journal. We're with you all the way.
We are back here on the Show Me Sports Network for Jefferson City Renegades baseball between the Jefferson City Renegades and the Carroll Merchants. Thanks for listening in with us today. Renegades look to move to 2-2 on the season. Started 0-2 before grabbing that win last night. And now have a chance to even things up if they can take game one of today's doubleheader. We're playing two today, 2 7-inning games. As we are ready to go for the top of the second inning. Leading it off for the Renegades will be Brennan Perkins, the left fielder. Waits on the first pitch. That one is outside. Freeman caught that one just off the right side of the plate and basically dragged his glove all the way across back onto the corner. Umpire wasn't falling for it, though. So 1-0 the count on Perkins. That one misses down our way in the dirt, not even close there. And that'll make things 2-0. Renegades scoring in the top of the first inning after Ty Wilmsmeyer led things off with an infield single, moved to second, and then stole third and came home on a throw into left field on that same stolen base attempt. Pitch here is once again outside. Can't find that corner of the zone. Riddle in all three pitches tried to grab that outside corner and catch Perkins looking. Hasn't been able to do it, so now 3-0 the count. We'll see if he has the green light here. He does not. Takes a strike there. Same location for all four pitches, except that one was able to find the zone. So that'll make things 3-1 for the Renegades left fielder. His first at-bat of the day. That one is outside, ball 4. Couldn't nab the corner there as Perkins chucks the left arm protection all the way over near the dugout after getting halfway to first. And he'll take his walk to lead off this inning.
Perkins draws a walk, puts him safely at first, brings up the catcher, number 15, Joe Hertzler.
So that'll bring up Joe Hertzler, the catcher for the Renegades. Stands in for his first at-bat of the ballgame. Perkins, a very short lead over at first base, not getting off the bag much at all. Brings it home, that one is outside. So 5 of the first 6 pitches this inning, 4 balls. And the one called strike just grabbed that outside corner. So we'll see if Riddle is able to lock back in. Did give up the 1 run in the first inning, but it was thanks to a couple of errors. So not a whole lot you can do about that one. That one is outside once again, moves to 2-0. And after the loss of control here to start this inning, Freeman is going to go out and try and settle his pitcher down. Doesn't look like a big threat for Perkins to run over at first base. Has not gotten very big leads so far on the first 2 pitches of this at-bat. But you would have to think with having throwing 6 balls and only 1 strike this inning that they would have the red light up on Hortzler up until he's able to maybe even throw 2 strikes. We'll see. But that's also why I'm not the manager. I don't get to make those calls. Back into the batter's box now is Hortzler. Freeman back into his crouch. Quick glance over to first by Riddle. Sets at the belt. Kicks the left leg and brings it home. That one is a called strike. Good location there at the knees and a little bit on the outside corner. And is back into this one at 2-1. We're in the top of the second inning here at Merchants Park. Pitch on the way. That one's once again a called strike. Almost the same location, maybe a little bit higher up in the zone. But once again, called strike on that outside corner. That's really been the only spot they've been going. 2 right-handed Renegades hitters here to lead off this inning. And now a 2-strike count for Hartzler to deal with. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Starts trotting down to first until he realizes he cannot with a runner on first base. And it certainly seemed like that walkout to the mound worked, because coming back with 3 straight strikes was Riddle, and gets the strikeout of the Renegades catcher. So that'll be a strikeout, the first of the ball game. Strikeout swinging. So then I'll bring up Colin Shreves. Shreves playing third base today, stands in. That one just off the outside corner. And that'll make things 1-0. The third straight ball to start a batter here to begin this inning. Short lead over at first base by Hartzler. And now brings home the pitch. This one is grounded in the hole, and that'll get into left field for a base hit. Found the perfect spot there in between Reed and Schroeder, the third baseman and shortstop for the Merchants. And a ground ball gets into left field for Shreves, and that'll move a runner into scoring position for the Renegades. Not a hard hit ball. Took a couple of bounces before it even got into the dirt. But it was hit in just about the perfect spot. Nothing that they could do, especially looks like they have the third baseman Reed playing a little bit closer to the third base bag with all these right-handers up. And now first and second with only 1 out here, as a light rain has just started to fall. Nothing heavy yet. We'll see if it impacts control of either of these pitchers. That one's a called strike to begin this at-bat. Sherman, the designated hitter today for the Renegades, Hunter Sherman, batting in the 9th spot. See if he can get something going here to turn it back over to the top of the lineup. Renegades already up 1-0 in this one. They've got 2 hits so far, 4 outs into this ball game. This one is a called strike. Good location there. Merchants play with Mathewson shading near second base and Freeman playing behind the runner, not on the bag, but pretty much even with the runner over at first. Riddle picked up the leg there and then brought it back down, turning back to second base. No throw, though. Perkins was able to get back into the bag. No balls, 2 strikes. Brings home the pitch, swing, and a miss. That'll be strike 3 on the designated hitter for the Renegades. So even with the 2 runners on this inning, 2 strikeouts, the first 2 of the ball game for Riddle. So certainly still find a little bit of control. I think the rain has stopped, so it was a very quick downfall there. Renegades had to deal with rain off and on all throughout their home game last night. The final was a 3-game homestand. And now we'll turn it over to the back of the lineup for Ty Wilmsmeyer, who legged out an infield single to lead off this ball game, stole second, and then came around to score. This one is line foul over our heads. Excuse me, he didn't steal second, but he stole third, and on the steal of third, the throw went into left field, so Wilmsmeyer was able to trot home. Has a chance to be a part of the second or even more Renegades run of the game if he can line one into one of those gaps right here, or even just get on base and keep the line moving. Crowd continues to fill up here at Merchants Park. A really nice crowd on hand today. We'll see if they stick around for both legs of this doubleheader. 0-1 pitch on the way. It's hit once again, same spot, foul off to the right side over all of us, as that'll send the crowd of kids into a frenzy over trying to retrieve that foul ball. So that'll make it 0-2 on the Renegades leadoff hitter. Wilmsmeyer, the University of Missouri product. Back into the batter's box now. Freeman gives a couple different signs to Riddle. Riddle's now got one that he likes. Setting high and outside. This one is swung on and fouled off the net on the right side, and we'll do it again here at 0-2. Visible effort there by the catcher Freeman, almost shaking his gloves saying, get this one high and outside, and we'll see if he can swing through it. But Wilmsmeyer was not going to. Wilmsmeyer waving the bat out towards the pitcher. Now puts it on his right shoulders. He waits for the pitch. Really long look in by Riddle. And now he's got what he likes. Runners take their leads at first and second. And here's the 0-2 on the way. That one outside. Nice block there by Freeman as it landed in the left-handed hitter's batter's box in the dirt. He was able to slide over and block the one. Otherwise, both runners could potentially moved up. And that'll be the first ball on the count at 1-2. Certainly seems like the pace has slowed down for Riddle, even just a little bit. Now he's got one he likes. 1-2 on the way. Swing, lined out to left field. That one's going to get down for a base hit. They're going to wave around the runner. He's going to come home without a throw. Scoring on the play is Perkins. Shreves moves up to second base, and Wilmsmeyer has now been a part of both Renegades runs on this one. Delivers the RBI single to left field, and that one was hit hard enough to get over the shortstop, but not hard enough to get out to the left fielder very quickly. And by the time he got that ball, Perkins was already around third base and on his way home, was able to score standing without a throw. And the Renegades have doubled their lead from 1-0 to 2-0, and a chance for more damage here as Olt will step in. Also reached in the first inning on a walk, moved up to second base, and was left stranded there to close things out. First pitch coming is just off the outside corner, and that'll be ball one. Both runners take their leads. Not really holding them on, the Merchants aren't. Freeman plays directly behind the runner, Wilmsmeyer at first. Now Mathewson fakes towards the bag and then goes back to second. This one's a called strike on the outside corner to even things up at 1-1. Some good offense here for the Renegades through their first 5 outs. Already got 3 hits and a couple other base runners via the walk. They've got 2 of them so far and have a chance to add to this 2-0 lead. Olt waves the bat over his right shoulder, waits on the 1-1 pitch, and it's not going to come here as Riddle lifted the leg and then looked back towards second base, making a pretty big effort here to not let Shreves get a very big lead. Maybe you'd be tempted here after the throwing error on the steal attempt back in the first inning. Maybe you'd be tempted to send him again here and see if you can get something cooking. His pitch is swung on and missed. Out in front of it was Olt, and that'll bring the count to 1-2. Now once again, a strike away from getting out of this inning is Riddle. We'll see how deep they let him go into this ballgame. Just 7 innings here. Has had traffic in both innings so far, but just the 2 runs. One of them coming home on a throwing error, and the other on a Ty Wilmsmeyer RBI single just moments ago. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. It is hung on to by the catcher, and that is strike 3 to end the inning. But the Renegades are able to double their lead with a run thanks to Ty Wilmsmeyer, and that'll send us to break. Stay with us as we'll head to the bottom of the second inning on the Show Me Sports Network.
Throughout the course of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, Walk-Off Wood Bat Company bats are made with premium-grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Welcome back to Renegades Baseball on the Show Me Sports Network. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Renegades currently lead this one 2-0. And I'll tell you what, folks, Merchants here know how to do some in-between inning entertainment. Throwing out Skittles. Just had a kid go on the field to throw through a hole to win some free Culver's ice cream. A lot of fun here at the ballpark. Really nice crowd on hand. Honestly, when I look to my left and my right at the stands, there's really not an open seat in this house. So a lot on here to take on this first game of the doubleheader. Is back out on the mound as Maltby worked around a couple base runners in the first inning with a walk and a hit by pitch, but did not give up a run. First pitch of the inning here is a called strike. Leadoff batter in the second is Hunter Reed, the third baseman. Bats from the right side. The wind and the deal is swung on line out to right field. That one is down for a leadoff single, the first hit of the ball game. He's actually going to turn to go to second as the ball got by Lovich and right, and he's going to make it in standing, as that'll almost surely be a single and an error. They put the error up on the scoreboard for the Renegades. That one was lined out to right field. Lovich was trotting over to get it, and I think it just got by his glove. And that was enough to have Reed trot all the way up to second base. And that'll turn into a leadoff runner in scoring position for the home Merchants. We'll see if Alt's able to bring him in or at least move him over to third. Bats with a wide open stance. Right leg almost on the line of the batter's box. He's going to bunt here and get it down, a good one. Over to get it is the pitcher. Long throw to first and unable to make the catch over at first base. Now the runner's going to come home and score. It was a wild play from the get-go. It was a bunt laid down by Michael Alt. Going off the mound to get it was Maltby, and almost kind of slipped when he threw the ball. It was low, and when Mize went to dig it out of the dirt, it bounced off his glove, and once the runner, Reed, realized that, he just trotted out home. It wasn't even close. Crowd loves that, and they very quickly, just a couple pitches into this inning, have cut the Jefferson City Renegades lead in half. They're going to give the hit there on the bunt. This one is inside. First pitch to Parker Ingram, the designated hitter. Just joining us, Renegades scored a run in both the first and the second innings. But then not so great defense here in the bottom of the second. It has led to the first run of the ballgame for the Merchants. That one's a called strike. Nicely done. Ingram started to swing the bat, then checked up, but it was a called strike regardless to even things up here at 1-1. Not a big lead off first base for Alt. That's going to be a called strike two. And quickly after the unfolding of the events that led to the first run of the ball game for the Merchants, Maltby is able to move back out ahead and potentially get the first out of this inning. 1-2 pitch on the way. Just off the outside corner. I thought Horschel was able to steal one there and get a called strike three. But not so, and that'll even things up at 2-2 to the Merchants' designated hitter. This pitch is hit foul over all of us back out into the parking lot, and that'll keep things at 2-2 apiece. I didn't get the chance to say it because this inning started so quickly with the leadoff single, but for Maltby, in the first inning, it looked like he was pitching almost exclusively out of the stretch, even when he had no one on. But he was pitching out of the lineup to begin this inning, so I wonder if something had changed, or maybe I just didn't notice it the first inning, but I could have sworn. Pitch on the way, fouled once again. Could have sworn he was pitching stretch only. But this inning started off with the windup. Not for very long, though, as very quickly runners have reached for the Merchants. Still nobody out as they've already got one across. Maltby is ahead in this one. 2-strike count, 2-2. Michael Alt was running on that last pitch when it was fouled back. We'll see if he goes again here. 2-2 pitch on the way, not running. Swung and fouled back into the net just in front of us, and we will once again do it again at 2-2. Good little battle here after the first two batters of this inning reached very, very quickly. I believe Maltby only threw 2 or 3 pitches to the first 2 batters. And now is in a deep at-bat here to the third one of this inning, the designated hitter. Ingram back into the batter's box. Light wave of the bat. Kicks and deals. That one over the back of Ingram. Ingram was able to duck out of the way, otherwise that one was going off his shoulder, maybe into his helmet. Not great pitch location, obviously, on that one. And I don't think even things up at 3-2. A big batter in this inning. Maltby is able to come back and get this out after the first 2 reached. This one is skied in the air. Shallow center field. We'll see who wants it. Making the catch is Doyle. I wasn't sure there for a moment. Wilmsmeyer came sprinting in until eventually Doyle called him off and made the catch from his second baseman's position just in on the grass. That was an interesting pop-up, too. Leads to the first out of the inning, so well done for Maltby. After moving ahead there to Ingram, thought potentially he was going to lose him on a walk, but it's going to pop out to the second baseman. So now, potential here for a ground ball rolling over, turn 2, and end the inning, get out of it, only 1 run. Berg steps in, the left-hand batter. Waits on the first pitch. That one was up high. Horschler had to come out of his crouch to catch that one. Wasn't really inside, but certainly up high. Not a huge lead off first for all. It certainly looked like he had some speed on the couple tries he tried to steal this inning. That one was low and inside, so now 2 balls and no strikes. Aldis tried to run twice this inning. First time he ran was a foul ball, and on the second time he ran on the 3-2 was a pop-out, so he had to retreat to first. Pitch on the way here. That one just misses low and away, and now 3-0 the count on the the right fielder, bats from the left side, Kyle Berg, and a chance here to get first and second with only 1 out, turning it back over to the top of the lineup. The pause on the pitch. No chance. Berg was swinging at that one, and that's ball 4. Didn't even move the bat at all off his shoulder. Was very calm in the box there. He's almost certainly, I would assume, had the red light. And that one was outside, so 4-pitch walk now. That'll turn things over to the top of the lineup. Bring us back to the top for Jordan Mathewson, the second baseman, who led this thing off with a pop out to the shortstop. Big crouch at the knees from Mathewson in the box. Waits on the first pitch, swings and grounds this one foul. Same thing that happened in the first match between these two. Maltby trying to pitch him inside. Mathewson swung at it and was out in front and fouled it off the first base side. I believe in just their two plate appearances now. That's the 3rd or 4th time that Mathewson has done that. 1 run in already this inning. Still the threat through more as there's runners on first and second. 0-1 pitch on the way. That one misses outside. Sliding out of his crouch to get it is Horschler. Keeps it in front of him and the runners stay put. Starting to get a little bit dark here at Merchants Park. We had rain for a very quick second last inning. Nothing major. Rain in the forecast for some of the rest of the afternoon. We'll see how it impacts this. That pitch is low. Nice block there. Horschler keeps it in front of him, and we'll make this count 2-1 to the Merchants leadoff hitter. Both teams have had some traffic on the base pass here early in this one. Renegades obviously have had enough runners to score 2 runs. Merchants could be on their way to doing the same or more. Maltby stepped off the mound there. This inning started with a single and an error to move Hunter Reed up to second, and then he came all the way around to score on a bunt turned into a single by Michael Alt. This pitch is a called strike. I don't know about that one. Maltby might have gotten a call there to go his favor. That one was on all the way on the outside corner. Take it any way you can get it, and now that'll even things up at 2-2 rather than being 3-1. And a chance here for Maltby to get the second out of the inning. Pitch on the way. That one is too far outside, and that'll make it 3-2. We'll see here. Now with a full count. Only 1 out, though. We'll see if they send the runners Certainly you could tell Altsum had some speed out at second base, but I'm not sure on the designated hitter the right fielder Kyle Berg, who leads off at first base after taking the walk. 1 out, 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung and lined out to second, making the sliding catch. They're going to call it a catch, but they're going to, I don't know what the call was actually there. And now they've got a runner in the rundown between third and home, running him all the way back to third. Now the third baseman's got it. He throws home to Mize. Mize now runs him back to third. They're going to call out of the baseline there, and that will end the inning. So let me explain that play for you. So it was lined out to second base. Second baseman Doyle was in between whether he caught it or played it on a hop. It looked like he caught the ball, but they actually ruled that he caught it on the hop. So the runners actually got kind of caught up there for second. They went to second for the first out, and then the return throw to first base, it was in the dirt. Could not turn to there, but then leading his way too far off third base was Michael Alt. Mize threw home alertly, catching him in the rundown. And after a few throws back and forth, running him back and forth, Alt was called out of the baseline, and that ended the inning. So a little bit of luck there on the side for the Renegades. They get the third out of the inning, and this one stays 2-1. A wild inning, a wild play to end that inning. I'll talk about it a little bit more when we're back in just a moment. Stay with us as we head to the third. 2-1 Renegades lead.
Handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
River Oak Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Oak Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 7th grade with 8th grade to be added in the 2023-2024 school year. River Oak Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students, with the student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about River Oak Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Back for the top of the third inning here at Merchants Ballpark. Back just in time for the first pitch that is fouled off to the left side. That is Ross Lovich, who leads off the top of the third inning for the Jefferson City Renegades, here playing in their first road game of the season. Thanks for listening in with us here on the Show Me Sports Network. Renegades holding a 2-1 lead. This one is once again fouled off, and they'll make it quickly 0-2 ahead to Lovich. Lovich in his first at-bat flew out to the left fielder. We'll see if Lovich is able to do some damage here to lead off this inning. So far in this game, both leadoff hitters have reached for the Renegades, with Wilmsmeyer in the first on a single, and then a walk to Brennan Prickett's lead off to second. Lovich a tall task here as he looks at one just outside to make it 1-2. Fouled the first 2 pitches of this at-bat off to the left side, and then looked at a ball there to make things 1-2. Quickly back in the box. Lovich will wait on the 1-2 pitch. Brings it in. This one hit high in the air on the infield. Coming in from second base to make the catch, a sliding catch, a nice running grab by Mathewson. That'll be a pop out to the second baseman for Ross Lovich to begin the second inning. It almost looks like Riddle. He either didn't see it or didn't have a good angle at it because he didn't really move off the mound. And that thing landed on the left side of second base on the infield, and Mathewson came all the way in. Don't know if he had to slide to catch it or if he just slid after having all the momentum moving that way. But either way, it was a nice running catch, as Mathewson has already proved to make some nice plays out there at second base for the Merchants. That'll lead to the second batter of the inning, that being Colton Doyle. Doyle popped out to the first baseman in his first at-bat, being the second out of the first inning. No one on, one out for the Renegades. Here in the top of the third inning, this one is swung in a line foul off the right side into the stands. That'll find a spectator. And quickly, this one moves to 1-1 on Doyle. Ryan Riddle out for his third inning of work. Brings home this pitch, swing and a miss there by Doyle. Off-speed pitch there off the outside corner, and Doyle was out in front. And even if he was on time, I don't think he was getting to that one. Off the outside corner of the plate, and now 1-2 the count on the Renegades' second baseman. This one is low and inside. That'll even things up at 2-2 the count. Riddle so far 2 1/3 innings pitched. Giving up 3 hits, did have the one error that led to the run, and then gave up the other on an RBI single last inning. 2-2 on the way. That one is outside, and that'll make things full. So nice battle here by Colton Doyle. Did have the foul ball on the swing and miss, but is laid off the last two. The pitch to make things 2-2 is definitely a bit closer. That last one to bring things full was way outside. The wind and the 3-2. Low and outside, and that'll be a walk for the second baseman of the Renegades. Nicely done at bat there by Doyle. Was behind 1-2 and then took 3 straight balls, as that'll be a walk for the second batter of the inning. We'll see if it leads to anything this inning for the Renegades. Renegades scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and now we'll have 1 on with 1 out as the first baseman for the Renegades, Carter Mize, will step in. Mize ended the first inning with a pop out to the shortstop. Bats from the left side. Quick throw over to first, dive back in by Dill. He's in safely. Mize now back into the box. The stretch and brings it home. That one hits off the knee of Mize. I can feel that one from up here. I know that one hurt as he will take off the shin guard, toss the bat over. Thankfully, he's okay. Will trot down to first base. That one got him on the lead knee, his right knee. Stopped for a second, but now we'll take the jog down to first base. And maybe something cooking here again for the Renegades in this top of the third inning. I want to give Mize some credit going back to that play to end the last inning. With the way that play kind of went in the double play or no double play, very easily could have phoned it in and started talking with the umpire. But when he saw the runner for the Merchants halfway around third base, that being all, it's alertly threw the ball home. And regardless of whatever the call was going to be, they were able to get the runner in the rundown and get the third out of the inning without a run scoring. So there's plenty of times in that situation where you see whoever has the ball think that the play is over and a run comes in to score on kind of a gaff like that. But very heads-up play by the veteran first baseman Carter Mize for the Renegades, who now will lead off first base. Stepping in will be Brendan Perkins, the left fielder, led off last inning with a walk and then came around to score on the Wilmsmeyer RBI single to left. See if he can do some damage here. This one is fouled off to the right side, first pitch of the at-bat. Defense for the Merchants. First baseman Freeman and not holding Mize on, basically playing even with him behind him. And then at second base, Mathewson creeping up behind the bag. A little bit bigger of a lead here for Doyle leading off second base. Don't think they'll put him in motion here, but we'll see. Brings it home. Just misses the outside corner, and that'll even things up at 1-1 apiece to the Renegades left fielder. Back into the box now is Perkins. And now finally coming set at the belt is Riddle. Pitching out of the stretch here with 2 runners on. Brings it home. Fouled it just off the end of the bat. Back towards the backstop. And that'll bring things to 1-2. It was solidly hit. But not on that one as it came just back towards us off the wall behind home plate. And now ahead in a 2-strike count is Riddle. 1-2. Jefferson City Renegades left fielder back into the box now. Quick check of the runners, now bringing it home. Swing and a drive out to left. That's hit well, and that's going to curve foul. That actually went out over the left field wall in foul territory. It was hit well, but it just continued to curve more and more. And that'll do things again for us at 1-2. Nicely hit ball. If Perkins was maybe just a little bit later on that one, maybe be cooking with gas. Obviously a lot harder than it looks, though. That's why I'm not out there playing. 1-2 again now. Freeman gives the signs to his right-hander. Ritter now staring down the runner at second. Looks a couple times and now brings it home. Swing liner out to right field. That one is going to hang up. A nice grab for the right fielder, that being Berg. Didn't know if that one was going to fall in. Berg coming in with the left hand, the glove. Caught it basically about his knee. Can't do a whole lot about that. Ball was hit well. Going to go down as a line out to the right fielder. And Perkins will jog back to the dugout after making the second out of the inning. Runners stay put at first and second. And I don't mean Joe Hirschler, who struck out last inning, has a chance here for maybe some two-out production. Check of the runners, and the first pitch of the at-bat is grounded back up the middle. Over to get it, and stepping on the bag is Mattison. Easy enough there to get the third out of the inning. That'll go down as a ground out to the second baseman, and after getting two on with one out, the Renegades will strand them both. So we'll go to the bottom of the third inning. Make sure to stay with us as we've only played 7 in this one. Renegades lead at 2-1. Be right back.
Owner of Hosslag Landscape and Design. Every day, my highly trained team of experts works hard to give you the outdoor living area you've been dreaming of. By focusing solely on landscaping and hardscape construction, this has made us the preferred landscape and design company serving Jefferson City and the central Missouri area. Thank you for all your continued support in voting us as winners of the Reader's Choice Awards and Jefferson City's Best multiple years running. When you are ready to begin your dream outdoor project, call us at 573-301-9464 to schedule an estimate or visit HosslagLandscape.com.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. This state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie!
Back for the bottom of the third inning here at Merchants Park for a battle between the Carroll Merchants and the Jefferson City Renegades. The 3-0 Carroll Merchants after a couple of big offensive outbursts. Jeff City on the road for the first time this season, and as they hit the road for the first time this season, let me remind you to go riding with Doc and Norm Direct, Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Doc and Norm Direct is also the official transportation provider of the Renegades. How we got here to Iowa today and how we'll get to Des Moines tomorrow, getting us to all road games safely, efficiently, and in style. To book your spot for your next adventure, call them at 573-256-1991 or email reservations at moexpress.com. So let's get things started here in the bottom of the third inning. Leading things off for the home team, the Carroll Merchants, will be Caleb Freeman, the first of two Freemans batting back-to-back. Looks at ball one. Now we'll swing at this one and foul it off straight into the dugout of the Merchants there. Coming in hot. Brennan Maltby also back for his third inning of work. So far has given up 2 hits, had the 1 error, and has given up the 1 run. 1-1 the count now. Peers in and brings it home. This one flown out to center. Wilmsmeyer almost doesn't even have to move now. Trots in a little bit and makes the catch. So after 3 pitches, first out of the inning for the Renegades right-hander. And that'll bring up the second of the two Freemen. This one being Garrett, the first baseman, batting from the right side as he will now step in. Alrighty, we're ready to begin this at bat now. Set at the belt. Maltby will bring it home. This one hit high in the air. This is going to be out number 2, I presume. Doyle over to make the catch, and 4 pitches into this inning. 2 quick outs, disposing of both the Freemans. Nicely done here by Maltby to begin this third inning. That'll go down as a pop out to the second baseman, and that'll bring up the third batter of this inning. Andrew Schroeder, the shortstop, in his first at bat was hit by the pitch. Didn't leave first, though, as the following batter flew out to right field, Lovich, to end the first inning. Potential for our first 3-up, 3-down inning of the day here in the bottom of the third inning. Renegades on the road leading 2-1. First pitch is way up and in. Just ducking out of the way is Andrew Schroeder as it went off the glove of catcher Horsler. On deck batter will have to go over and pick that one up. First really missed spot of the inning here by Maltby. Renegades in their first 3 have not had a whole lot of deep pitching performances. This one's hit out to right field. Wilmsmeyer gliding over and makes the catch with ease. So a really nice pitched inning. I believe just 6 pitches and 3 up, 3 down for the Merchants. That'll lead us going to the 4th inning. Make sure to stick with us as we will be back in just a moment.
At the Boone County Journal, we're with you all the way. We know that you're more than just a subscriber. You're an employer, you're a parent, you're a neighbor. Most importantly, you're a community member. It's our goal to provide you with the latest news, sports, opinions, obituaries, classifieds, and more to keep you informed about your community. To find out more about the Boone County Journal or to subscribe, call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojoe.com. The Boone County Journal. We're with you all the way.
Throughout the course of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, Walk-Off Wood Bat Company bats are made with premium-grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Back now for the top of the 4th inning here between the Renegades and the Merchants. First pitch was a ball to the Renegades first baseman, Colin Shreves. As looks at the second pitch, also for a ball, 2-0 the count now. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in today on the Show Me Sports Network. As the Renegades look for their second straight win, currently leading 2-1 in this one. This one is way off the outside corner, actually bounces off the backstop and goes back to the catcher. And very quickly, 3-0 now to Colin Shreves. Single to left field in his first at-bat. And now very quickly at 3-0. A little bit of a loss of control here for Riddle. We'll see if Shreves is given the red light here. Pitch on the way. That one is a called strike now. 3-1 to the Renegades third baseman, leading off this top of the 4th inning. Shreves, when he did have that single back in the second inning, was left at second base. And we'll look at ball 4 here to Trot with a leadoff walk. So in this 4 innings, 3 out of 4 leadoff batters have reached for the Renegades. Only 2 runs so far. We'll see if they can do any more damage. Designator Hunter Sherman will step in. Sherman struck out back in the 2nd inning. The second of what would be 3 strikeouts in the inning. Awaits the first pitch here. This one is called strike. Really well placed pitch there on the outside corner. Sherman struck out on just 3 pitches in that first at bat back in the 2nd, where the Renegades scored their 2nd of the 2 runs that they currently have. 2 runs on 3 hits. That one is not going to catch the outside corner, so it'll even things up at 1-1. After Sherman will turn it back over to the top of the lineup to Ty Wilmsmeyer, who has been very involved, been on base twice so far with 2 singles, and then Colby Oltafalu, who's been on once. Long look in, Riddle brings it home. This one's going to twist inside. Quick exchange here of baseballs between the umpire and the catcher. 2-1 the count on the designated hitter for the visiting Renegades. We're in the top of the 4th inning, only playing 7 in this one because we've got a doubleheader today. Not a very big lead off first base for Shreves. And that one missed outside again. So 3-1 in danger now of walking the first 2 batters to begin this inning, Riddle is. Riddle has certainly looked sharp and had his moments, like I said, at the 3 strikeouts back in the 2nd inning. But not a whole lot of control. Takes a little bit of time there before getting back on the mound to deliver this 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swung and lined. That'll fall in between the pitcher and second baseman. Did he get the tag on the runner? He did. Nice play there by Matheson. Picked it on a short hop and very alertly tagged the runner going to second. That would be Shreves. So Sherman is going to reach. It was kind of a very weakly hit ball, just enough to get by the pitcher and in front of Matheson, the second baseman. And all in one motion, he picked it and turned to his right, and while falling, made the tag on Shreves. So that'll be a fielder's choice ground out to the second baseman for Sherman and be the first out of the inning. Turn things back over to Wilmsmeyer. Like I said, led off this ballgame with an infield single. Quick throw to first, not in time. Getting back is Sherman, as that was ball 1 to Wilmsmeyer. Wilmsmeyer came around to score on that steal and throwing error into left field by the catcher Freeman. And then it drove in the 2nd run of the game with a single to left field in the 2nd inning. Has a chance here to go 3 for 3. Awaits the 1-0. That one's going to be a called strike. Wilmsmeyer manning center field today. Made 2 of the 3 outs last inning. And has played a great defensive center field so far in this young season. 1 ball, 1 strike to count now. Third batter of this 4th inning. Runner on second, 1 out. This one is swung and grounded foul off to the right side, and that'll make things 1-2. Riddle now takes his spot back on the mound. Freeman will give down the signs. Quick glance of the runner at first base. Not a very big lead at all for Sherman, the DH. And now brings home the 1-2. High and inside. No swing there by Wilmsmeyer, and that'll even things up at 2 balls, 2 strikes apiece. Even more fans continue to enter this ballpark. Really nice crowd on hand as the extended bleachers, not under the cover, have even almost filled up to this point. First road game of the season, runner off here. That one's inside, and Freeman can't make the transfer from the glove to the hand, and that's going to lead to a stolen base for Hunter Sherman. Just said, not a very big lead, got a good jump there. Would have been tough to throw him out, even if it were a perfect exchange there by Freeman down to second base. So not only does the Renegades get the stolen base, but they get the 3-ball count to Wilmsmeyer with a chance to walk or single here with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Only 5 combined hits in this ball game through the front 3. Wilmsmeyer looking to make his 3rd out of 4 hits for the Renegades. Swung on a miss here. That's going to be strike 3. Just basically blew it past him there. Riddle did. And that'll be the 4th strikeout of the game for the right-hander. as going down swinging will be Wilmsmeyer, second out of the inning. Riddle looking to complete his 4th inning and keep this at just a 1-run deficit for the home Carroll Merchants. Pretty long look in there by Colby Olt, who walked his first appearance, then struck out last time. Looks at a called strike here. That one kind of bended in beautifully. Nice pitch there for the first strike of the at-bat. Quite the low-scoring game here so far for two teams who have played in some high-scoring shootouts recently. Like I said, the 16-15 game recently for Carroll, and the Renegades in a 7-6 one last night. First pitch is grounded up the middle, past the glove of the pitcher. Riddle making the sliding stop is the shortstop. Runner's going to try and score the throw to the plate. Not in time, and he is safe at home. Coming all the way around to score from second base was Hunter Sherman. It was hit weakly up the middle. Attempting to make the sliding stop at short was Schroeder. He knocked the ball down, was never going to have a play at first. And by the time he got the knockdown ball, got up and threw home, it was enough time for Hunter Sherman to come all the way around and score the 3rd run of the game. That'll go as an RBI single there for the number 2 hitter, Colby Olt. Goes an infield single as Schroeder was able to make the stop. And he'll be credited with an RBI, the 3rd run of the game for the Renegades. So nicely done there with 2 outs. Two out RBI singles to give the Renegades 2 out of the 3 runs. They've now scored in 3 out of 4 innings. First pitch of the at-bat to Lovich is low inside. That's going to be a ball. So we'll give the infield single and an RBI to Colby Holt, with Hunter Sherman, the DH, coming around to score from second base. Heads up base running there by Sherman to never stop running. This pitch is a called strike on the outside corner, even things up at 1-1 to Ross Lovich. Lovich threw out to the left fielder and popped out to the second baseman in his 2 at-bats so far. Holt will take his lead off first base. He is being held on this time by Freeman. Not a huge lead. And Riddle brings it home. This is swung on and hit out to right field. Easy enough for the right fielder, Berg, and that will be the catch to end the inning, but not before the Renegades get some more 2-out magic. They extend this lead from 2-1 to 3-1 as we will head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Stay with us. I'm Benjamin with the Show Me Sports Network.
River Oak Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Oak Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 7th grade, with 8th grade to be added in the 2023-2024 school year. River Oak Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students, with a student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about River Oak Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Hi, this is Nick Hoslag, owner of Hoslag Landscape and Design. Every day, my highly trained team of experts works hard to give you the outdoor living area you've been dreaming of. By focusing solely on landscaping and hardscape construction, this has made us the preferred landscape and design company serving Jefferson City and the central Missouri area. Thank you for all your continued support in voting us as winners of the Reader's Choice Awards and Jefferson City's Best multiple years running. When you are ready to begin your dream outdoor project, call us at 573-301-9464 to schedule an estimate or visit hoslaglandscape.com.
Back here for the bottom of the 4th inning. Renegades just adding a run on the RBI infield single. They've now scored 1 run in the first, 1 run in the second, and 1 in the 4th. They've got 12 outs to get to even their season record up at 2-2 and give the Carroll Merchants their first loss of the season. Nice pitching outing so far for the Jefferson City Renegades, who really have not gotten starting pitching going deep into games so far in this young season. Maltby, the starting pitcher, going out for his 4th inning of work, having only allowed 2 hits and just the 1 runs, and especially last inning where he had 3 up, 3 down on just 6 pitches. We'll see if he can continue to make quick work here of the Merchants. It'll be Danny Schweitzer, the left fielder, stepping into the right-handed batter's box, fouls that one off to the left side, and falls behind in the count 0-1. When you think about this ball game, it is kind of funny how all these runs have been scored. You had a stolen base and a throwing error that led to one of them. You had an infield single, and you had a throwing error on a bunt that has led to 3 out of these 4 runs, and then the other was just a normal RBI single. Regardless, Maltby gets the swing and a miss there to move ahead 0-2 to the leadoff batter of this inning, Danny Schweitzer. Maltby does not have a strikeout so far in this game. Has been pitching to contact. Misses outside here to make things 1-2. Schweitzer flew out to right field his first time up to end the top of the first inning. One and two the count. The rock and the deal. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The first of the ball game for the Renegades right-handed pitcher. And a good time to do it to lead off this top of the 4th inning. Excuse me, the bottom of the 4th inning. Still get used to the first road game. And after 4 pitches has the strikeouts of Danny Schweitzer. So that'll bring up Hunter Reed, who scored the one and only run so far. Had a single to right field to lead off the 2nd inning. Then came around to score on the bunt and the throwing error. Came around to score from second base. Watches the first pitch strike. Maltby certainly attacking the zone very nicely so far. As I glance down near the bullpen, this pitch is called strike. Beautiful location there. Borderline call goes the way of the right-handed pitcher that's been pumping strikes in the last 2 innings. So I'll get back to that thought in just a moment as he's about to bring home the 0-2 pitch. That one is outside. We'll bring it to 1-2. But looking down the line behind the Renegades dugout, don't see any sort of movement or anything by any pitchers. When you look at the last couple games, we've almost certainly had a new pitcher to the ballgame by this point. But when you're playing 7 innings, you're going to have a chance to have your starter go 4. Only giving up 1 run so far. Have to like what you're seeing if you're the coaching staff. 1-2 the count now. Brings it home. Up and inside, and they're going to say that hit Reed, and he'll trot down to first base with a hit by pitch. Maltby was able to get ahead 0-2 before throwing 1 ball and then hitting him. Tried to bring that one inside to the right-handed batter, and it got, I believe, a piece of the jersey. So he will trot down to first. The first base runner since the 2nd inning for Carroll. Now stepping in will be Michael Alt with the wide open stance. Looks at 1 low for ball 1. Alt bats from the left side, had the bunt back in the 2nd inning. That led to the throwing error and eventually the run. The bunt itself was a single because it was well placed and Alt would have beat it out, but then the error on the throw was what led to the run. That one is called a strike to even things up at 1-1 apiece. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Renegades leading 3-1. Hunter Reed, the 3rd baseman for the Merchants, who just got hit by pitch in a 2-strike count. Takes a pretty small lead. This pitch is brought in and outside for a ball. 2-1 now. Now back in the batter's box. Quick check of the runner by Maltby. And now brings it home. This one is inside. And now 3-1 the count. Maltby now in danger of losing a 2nd straight batter. The first coming on a hit by pitch after he went ahead 0-2. And now potentially this one as he's fallen behind 3-1. Brings it home. This one is swung and grounded out to short. The pick. Throw to 2nd to 1. On to first. Not in time. So Alt is able to leg it out, but a nice pick by O. O started to move to his left and then was able to set his feet when that ball kind of kicked back a little bit. Then was able to quickly able to get it to 2nd to retire Reed, who was running to 2nd. But ball was not hit too hard, so making the turn, especially on a decently fast runner like Alt, was never going to happen. So you'll take the out, though. I'll make it 2 outs in the inning. So Parker Ingram, the designated hitter, looks at a call to strike 1. Maltby at 3 2/3 innings pitched, trying to get through the 4th inning. Only has 1 strikeout, but only allowed 2 hits so far. 0-1, runner goes. This one is swung and lined out to the right center field gap. That's going to get down in front of Lovich. On his way to 3rd, they're going to stop him there. That'll be Alt going to 3rd. And that'll be a base hit to right field for Parker Ingram, a single to the right fielder. Alt had already been on the move, and with how that ball was hit, he was easily able to trot into third. It was interesting to see if they tried to be really aggressive and send him, but would not have been a good choice. So it'll be runners on the corner, still 2 outs, so still a shot here to get out of this inning. The Renegades not giving up any damage. Now have Alt at third and Ingram with the base hit to right field. Kyle Berg, the right fielder and the number 9 hitter, steps in. It's going to be a strike one. Nice pitch on the outside corner. Berg, in his at-bat in the second inning, took a walk and then was out at second base on that wacky double play to end that inning. Pitch on the way here. That one is outside. Can't find the outside corner. And that'll even things up at 1-1 to the left-handed batting right fielder. 1-1 pitch on the way. That one is also outside off the plate, a little bit closer, but still not good enough to be called. So now Berg, after having the first pitch as a strike, is ahead. 2-1 the count. If Berg can reach, we'll turn it back over to the top of the lineup to second baseman Jordan Mathewson, who has popped out and grounded out. This one once again misses outside, and that'll make things 3-1. In danger of loading the bases. Still once again with 2 outs here. Berg, light wave of the bat. The pitch is swung and missed. Runner's going to try and steal second. Ball gets away on the throw down, and that's going to lead to a run for the Merchants. Trotting home on the throw down is Michael Alt. He scores the second run of the game. And after the swing and miss there by Kyle Berg, honestly did not really seem like they had a chance to get the runner stealing second base. Runner going to second, that being Ingram. And Horsler threw down. It was a little bit low. And shortstop could not keep the ball in front of him. And when it trickled away, it was just enough for the runner Alt to trot home. So now 3-2 our score. Renegades still leading. Time called before this 3-2 pitch. Ingram will take second base. Ingram with a leadoff second. They don't hold him on. Infielders play at their regular spots. Strike away from ending this inning and sending it to the 5th. Look back of the runner. 1 look, 2 look, and now the delivery. Swung and grounded to third. Making the pick is Shrews. Throws over to first. Nice catch there by Mize, and that will end the inning. But not before the throwing error on the stolen base attempt. They may not even give an error, but regardless, coming around to score is Alt, and that makes it 3-2. So we will head to a quick break. Be back for the top of the 5th in just a moment on the Show Me Sports Network.
Service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie!
MoX Dock and Norm Direct is back better than ever. Much more than your #1 ground shuttle transportation service to St. Louis Airport. Yes! MoX Dock and Norm Direct is Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Sporting events, concerts, wedding receptions, the lake, winery trips, Branson, plaza shopping, reunions, pub crawls. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond. We do it all. Remember, we want you to ride MoX Dock and Norm Direct.
When things come out of left field, having a game plan matters. Farmers Insurance has over 90 years of experience helping people play through every stage of the game. We've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything. Talk to Farmers Agent Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131 to see how I can help you stay in the game. That's Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Back here for the top of the 5th inning here at Merchants Park between the Merchants and the Jefferson City Renegades. Renegades have just taken their first road trip of the season. Traveled here to Iowa today to play in front of what I would have to guess is a sold-out crowd. Unbelievable crowd on hand here to this one. They've been rowdy all day long. It's certainly made for a really, really good atmosphere between two teams playing a really tightly contested ball game. 3-2 our score Only 3 more innings left in this one, the first of 2 games going on here this evening. Doubleheader between the 3-0 Merchants and the 1-2 Renegades. Starting this 5th inning will be the second baseman, Colton Doyle. Takes that one up and in for the first ball of the game. The wind, the kick, and the pitch is low and away. That'll be ball 2 quickly to the Renegades' second baseman. Doyle will lead this off, followed by the left-handed batter Mize and Brennan Perkins to round it out, and then potentially Joe Horsler if things continue. Ryan Riddle is still in this ballgame, out for his 5th inning. Induces a foul ball here, back out of play, makes things 2-1. Riddle so far giving up 3 runs on just 4 hits and had the 1 error on the stolen base by Wilmsmeyer. It's pitched pretty effectively. I do see a little bit of movement down there in that Merchants bullpen. It looks like they've got someone warming up, so we'll see how long the leash is on Riddle. His pitch is swung and fouled once again out of play, and quickly now after getting a 2-0, things are even 2-2 on Colton Doyle. Doyle popped out to the first baseman, then walked and was stranded at second in the 3rd inning. Here is the delivery 2-2. That one is outside, and that'll bring things full to the Renegade second baseman. I'm trying to look down in that bullpen and see if they've got a right or a left-hander. It's going to actually be a left-hander warming up down there. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung line out to right center field. Both outfielders going over, and making the catch will be the right fielder, Berg. Not a bad hit ball whatsoever by Colton Doyle, but that'll be a fly out. Might even be called a line out. It was hit well, but I think it's going to be hung up in the air enough to be a fly out to the right fielder, and that will be the first out of the inning. Only the second time through the first 5 innings so far that the leadoff hitter for the Renegades has been retired. So good there for Ryan Riddle as he looks to get through the 5th inning. Carter Mize batting from the left side, now steps in, second batter of the inning. Swings, grounds this one back to second base. Should be an easy out. Madison throws over to first, low throw, but dug out by Freeman. And Mize, who is hit on the knee for the 2nd time this season in his last at-bat, grounds out here on the first pitch. So very quickly, 2 up, 2 down for the Renegades. After that ground out, the 3rd batter of the inning, Brennan Perkins will step in. Perkins walked in the 2nd before scoring on that Wilmsmeyer RBI single, which was the Renegades' 2nd run out of the 2 they have, and then lined out to right field last time. Hits this one well out to center field. Coming in to make the catch on the run will be Alt. And just like that, 3 up, 3 down on just 7 or 8 pitches. Great work there by Ryan Riddle as he mows through 4, 5, 6 in the Renegades lineup. So that'll bring us to the bottom of the Renegades, still clinging to a 1-run lead. They've got to get 9 more outs to win this one. We'll be back in just a moment.
Their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at CenturionCares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
Back now for the bottom of the 5th inning here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt. Thanks for listening with us this afternoon. We got the first of 2. Both starting pitchers working very well in this ball game, as right after Ryan Riddle completed his 5th inning work, having only allowed 3 runs, Braden Maltby will go back for his 5th as well if he's only allowed a 2 run. So currently besting Riddle, but we'll see what happens here in this 5th inning. Only 7 combined hits between the two, and each side has made an error. Each error leading to a run, too, so pretty important. Stepping in will be the leadoff hitter as we go back to the top of the lineup, Jordan Mathewson, who popped out to the shortstop and grounded out to the second baseman and his 2 at-bats, but has played a really nice second base on the field. Grounds this one foul. Out of play, 0-1. Maltby did have the 3-up, 3-down inning in the 3rd. Worked around some trouble. Had the throwing error. Not even error, but just throw-down miscue that led to a run last inning. Misses outside here to even things up at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike count. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning, and what'll be 7, and then 7 more played later tonight after the conclusion of this one. That one bounces in the dirt. That'll make it 2-1. No contest there by Mathewson, taking his 3rd at-bat of the game. So we wait for a new ball. Mathewson takes a couple practice swings and waits to step back in. After a little bit of a wait, we are now ready to go for this 2-1 pitch. Brings it home. This one is lined out to right field. That's going to get down in front of Lovich, the first hit of the game for Mathewson, and a leadoff single to right field to start this inning for the Merchants. The tying run now on first base. After that leadoff single by the Merchants leadoff hitter, that'll turn it to Caleb Freeman, the catcher. The switch hitting catcher, but will bat from the left side for the 3rd time today, all against the right-handed pitcher Maltby. I see a little bit of movement now down in that Renegades bullpen down the left field line, but I don't think anyone is throwing yet. Just some moving around, whereas there was not earlier. Freeman had a walk in the 1st, did not leave once he got the 2nd, and then flew out his last at-bat. Looks at ball 1 here in the dirt. Mathewson has already shown some of the speed here, at least on the defensive side. We'll see if they're eager to put him in motion and potentially get that tying run into scoring position. 1-0 pitch on the way is outside. That's going to make things 2-1. Mize will hold on Mathewson over at first base. Rest of the infield plays normal positions. Pitch on the way is fouled straight down into the ground. That'll make things 2-1. Runner was not going there. If Freeman can reach, that'll bring up the big boys in the Merchants lineup. 3, 4, 5. Have not done a lot of damage today, though. Real damage here has been the latter part of the Merchants lineup, with their 2 runs being scored by their 6 and 7 hitters. Time is called here as Freeman will step out of the box, readjust the batting gloves. Wonder if it's an interesting superstition that Caleb Freeman has going on. 1 black batting glove and 1 white batting glove. Hasn't led to any hits today, but if something happens, we know what the cause was. That one's going to be high for ball 3, makes things 3-1. Garrett Freeman waits on deck, also 0 for 2. 2 pop-outs, both to the second baseman, Doyle. Quick check of the runner by Maltby. Rocks the leg and brings it home. That's a called strike. Good location. Got the outside corner to make things full. Almost certainly now with the full count. Even though 0 outs, you would think the runner will be on the move. Big at-bat in this ball game. Difference between runner on first, 1 out, and first and second, no outs, especially in a game you're leading by just 1 run when you've got 9 outs to get. Quick throw over to first. Diving back in there is Mathewson. His Mize makes a catch and throws it right back to Maltby. After that single, both teams now even at 4 hits apiece. So we're through 4.5 innings here in Carroll. Hold at the belt and brings it home. This one is lined over. Nope, Doyle's going to make the catch. Nice running play. Throw back to first. Not in time. Thought that was going to get over his head and into right center field, but going out to make the catch on the run was Doyle. Nice play. And if not for the speed of Matthew to get back to first base, they almost turned 2 there. Heads up play by Doyle to throw back to first, but regardless, a nice running catch. That'll be a line out to the second baseman. in the first out of the inning. So after falling behind 3-1, Maltby is able to get the out and keep that runner at first base. Bringing in Garrett Freeman, like I said, has popped out to the second baseman both times. Sure, the Renegades would love for him to roll over and put one on the ground right at an infielder here. Pitch on the way is outside. Grabbed by the catcher Horschler. And that'll make things 1-0 to the first baseman. Just about 5:45 local time here, so most likely going to have that 6:15 game 2 start time pushed back as there's strike one. Nicely delivered pitch, pretty much right down the middle, but the 1-0 count didn't look like Freeman was too much in a hurry to take the bat off his shoulder. A little bit bigger of a lead now at first base for Mathewson. This one is hit high in the air out to left. Doesn't have to move much. Perkins now comes in and makes the catch for out number 2. Lazy fly ball there. Mathewson will retreat back to first base, and that's the second out of the inning. We'll go fly out 7 on that one. So after the leadoff single by the Merchants' leadoff hitter, Braden Maltby has got the 2 and 3 hitters, both Freemans, in the order to line out and fly out to get now with 1 on, 2 out. Sapien will be Andrew Schroeder. The shortstop was hit by a pitch, didn't move off of first in the first inning, and then flew out to the center fielder. Looks at ball 1 here to begin his third at bat of the ball game. Takes a little bit extra long to get back in the batter's box here. Now he's ready to go. Slight wave of the bat over his right shoulder. And now waits on the pitch. This one is swung, grounded slowly to third, going to his left, making the scoop and throwing to first. Offline, but a nice catch and tag by Mize. Shreves through that ball a little bit offline, but Mize made the catch and made the tag on the runner up the line to get the final out of the inning. That'll go ground out third baseman to first. And after the leadoff single, no harm done by the Carroll Merchants. So that'll send us to the 6th. We've got 2 more innings to play in a tight one. Stay with us, 3-2 our score.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
River Oak Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Oak Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 7th grade with 8th grade to be added in the 2023-2024 school year. River Oak Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students with a student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about River Oak Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Welcome back for the top of the 5th inning here in Carroll, Iowa on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt, bringing you Renegades baseball this afternoon and later into this evening. We've got a really good one, 3-2 our score. No team scoring more than 1 run in an inning so far. His first bat of the inning will try and bunt and miss it for strike 1. That batter being Joe Herschler, the catcher. The Jefferson City Renegades could not get the bunt down there. I've got a new pitcher to preview for us too. Alex Johnson enters the ball game for the Carroll Merchants. Here's his second pitch. That one is high and outside, so that'll make things at 1-1 to the Renegades catcher. Alex Johnson, right-handed pitcher, enters the ball game from Fort Scott Community College. Hails from Frisco, Texas. Nicely done this afternoon by Ryan Riddle. Went 5 innings, gave up just 4 hits and the 3 runs. Certainly a nice pitching performance there. Gets the swing and a miss here to move ahead 1-2. Johnson does. So Johnson will enter this ballgame, the second straight right-handed pitcher that the Renegades will face, and quickly leadoff hitter of this inning, Joe Herschler, is behind 1-2. The wind and delivery is high and outside, even things up. It's 2-2 apiece. Following Herschler this inning will be Colin Treves, who made the throw to end last inning, and then DH Hunter Sherman, who scored the third run of the game for the Renegades. Quick exchange of baseballs there before Johnson walks back to the mound. We're in the top of the sixth inning, and Renegades lead 3-2. Neither team scored anything in the fifth. Pitch here is swung on a miss, strike 3. Johnson coming with the gas there to get the strikeout, swinging his first after just one batter faced. And a nice first batter debut there for the new right-handed pitcher. Now stepping in after the strikeout will be Colin Treves. Treves singled to left field back in the second inning. Didn't get past second base and then walked. Didn't move off of first though. Was out in the fielder's choice in the fourth inning. Looks at strike 1 here. Johnson certainly bringing the heat. Both Renegades batters been behind on the fastball. Not this time though, as it's hit hard, but it's hit right at a defender. That one was hit right on the nose by Shreves, but it was hit right at the second baseman Mathewson. That'll go as a line out to second for the second out of the inning. Quick work now by Johnson to top the sixth inning to make very quick work of the two Renegades batters, especially there against Shreves. Just 2 pitches and ends with the line out. First pitch on the way is called strike there. That's Hunter Sherman, who struck out on just 3 pitches back in the second inning. And then, like I said, scored the third run of the game, coming all the way around to score from second back in the fourth. This one is way high, almost over the head of Sherman to even things up at 1-1. Looked like Johnson was trying to go at the off speed there. Couldn't get the grip on it and missed way high and inside. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in this afternoon. Stick with us for this final 2 innings of a really good game so far. That one misses outside, 2-1. Renegades will play 7 more against these Merchants after this game ends. Later tonight before hitting the road once again to take on Des Moines tomorrow afternoon and evening. Beauty of an off-speed pitch. That's going to be a called strike, keeping things up at 2-2. So after getting a lot of strikes with the feet so far this inning, goes off speed though, and Sherman never took the bat off his shoulder to even things up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, no one on. Here it comes. Tried to get it there, went with off speed again, just missed off the outside corner, and that'll bring things full. Really like what I'm seeing here by Alex Johnson entering this game. He has had a good mix of both the off speed and the fastball and is located relatively well. 3-2 is fouled straight back into the net right in front of us, and we'll do it again. I mean, outside of basically the one pitch to this batter, Sherman, that missed way up and in. Obviously threw the fastball well enough to get the strikeout and pumped 2 straight strikes in there to Shreves to get the line out. Now once again in a 2-strike count. After the foul, we'll step back on the mound. Johnson pitching out of the rotation here with no one on and brings it home. Called strike 3. Hits the outside corner. Johnson slaps his gloves. He walks off the mound with his second strikeout of the inning. Pure dominance that inning in the top of the 6 out of Alex Johnson. So we'll head to break real quick before the Renegades look to get their last 6 outs and win this game. It's gonna be Braden Meltby coming back out for his 6th inning, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, this is Nick Hoslag, owner of Hoslag Landscape and Design. Every day, my highly trained team of experts works hard to give you the outdoor living area you've been dreaming of. By focusing solely on landscaping and hardscape construction, this has made us the preferred landscape and design company serving Jefferson City and the central Missouri area. Thank you for all your continued support in voting us as winners of the Reader's Choice Awards and Jefferson City's Best multiple years running. When you are ready to begin your dream outdoor project, call us at 573-301-9464 to schedule an estimate or visit hoslaglandscape.com.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. This state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
To the sixth inning we go here in Carroll, Iowa, for a really good back-and-forth contest. Not really back-and-forth, but a tight contest between the Jefferson City Renegades and the Carroll Merchants here at Merchants Park. Ladies and gentlemen, Braden Maltby is back out for his sixth inning of work. Has pitched really well in this ball game. 5 innings pitched so far, only allowed the 4 hits and the 2 runs to go with. Not a whole lot of strikeouts, just the one from what I can tell with a quick glance. Yeah, just the 1 strikeout so far, but his pitch to contact and not a lot of hard hit balls so far off these Merchants bats. Speaking of bats, as we go to the bottom of the 6th, handcrafted right in Missouri, walk-off wood bat company bats are made with premium grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bats. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin, back grips, and batting gloves. So to find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014. This pitch is lined and caught by the third baseman. Didn't give me even a second to breathe after talking about Walk-Off Wood Bat Company. And quickly the first out of the inning. That was Danny Schweitzer, the left fielder, right-handed hitter, who just lined out to the third baseman to start this 6th inning of work. This PA announcer behind me just echoed. Hunter Reed will now be the batter. Reed has certainly been involved on the offensive side. This one singled to right field and came around to score the first runner of the game for the Merchants, and then was hit by pitches last time out before being out at second base on a fielder's choice. First pitch from here is a ball. Now, I don't have the pitch count for Braden Maltby, but it certainly has not had a ton of long pitch at bats. Only a couple innings where he's had to face a ton of hitters, so have to guess pitch count, not a huge problem. Renegades do have a right-hander throwing down in the bullpen. The lights are in the way, so I can't see the number, but warming up more than at any other point in the ball game. 1-1 the count after the foul ball to Hunter Reed. The kick and the deal. Just off the outside corner. That's called a ball. So I mentioned this earlier in the game. It seems that Braden Maltby has gone back and forth between pitching on the stretch and the rotation. There were moments earlier where he went through the full windup, and then right here once again, he's just going from the stretch. He looks in, bring the left leg and pitch, and that's a strike. So maybe a little Johnny Cueto-esque throwing off the timing of these Carroll Merchant hitters. That's what I'll go with. Either way, whatever he's doing is working so far as he's looking to get through the 6th inning of just 2-run baseball. 2-2 pitch. Swung and hit out in the air to center. Wilmsmeyer going back, picking up speed as it continues to carry, but makes the catch over the left shoulder for the 2nd out of the inning. Made the catch shy of the track as that ball continued to go and go off the bat of Hunter Reed. But center fielder Ty Wilmsmeyer was able to make the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. Michael Alt now will step in. He has wreaked plenty of havoc against these Renegades here today. Had the bunt single that led to the first run of the ballgame before being out at home on that wacky double play, and then scored the 2nd run back in the 4th inning. So a guy you want to keep off the base pass here with 2 out, because you'd almost certainly see him sent in motion. Called strike 1 there to open his at-bat. Alt with a very wide open stance, bats from the left side as his left foot in the box and his right almost on the line of the batter's box, takes the ball there to even it up 1-1. But when he goes to swing, he brings the right leg in close. But any Reds fans out there, almost Aristides Aquino-esque. This one's grounded. Baltimore chopped to second, moving in to get it. Throw to first, a quick one, and just in time for the out. Doyle made the quick scoop and throw. Threw a missile over to Mize at first base, and Mize was able to grab the low throw. That's a ground out to second base to end the inning. And looky here, Braden Maltby gets through 6 innings, ladies and gentlemen, and we will go to the 7th and final inning of this tight ball game. Don't go anywhere. It's 3-2. We've got a game to finish up on the Show Me Sports Network. Back in just a second.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
MoX Dock and Norm Direct is back better than ever. Much more than your #1 ground shuttle transportation service to St. Louis Airport. Yes! MoX Dock and Norm Direct is Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Sporting events, concerts, wedding receptions, the lake, winery trips, Branson, plaza shopping, reunions, pub crawls. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond. We do it all. Remember, we want you to ride MoX Dock and Norm Direct.
Back out now for the top of the 7th inning here at Merchants Park here in Carroll, Iowa. And if this top of the 7th goes anything like the top of the 6th, then these Jefferson City Renegades batters are in some trouble because Alex Johnson pitched a really good inning, 1 inning, 2 strikeouts and no hits in the top of the 6th. And he's going to try and do it again here in the 7th inning. We'll have to face the top of the Renegades order, though. Ty Wilmsmeyer, Colby Olt, and Ross Lovich, the 1, 2, 3 batters. And then potentially Colton Doyle to follow if that happens. Now stepping in is Wilmsmeyer, the right-handed hitter. Had the infield single and the first run of the game way back in the first, and has since singled to right for an RBI as he hits this one. High in the air out to center field. Camped under it now is Alt, and he makes the catch. So 1 pitch, 1 out, as Wilmsmeyer will make the steep turn and head back to first base on the fly out to center field. So 4 up, 4 down so far for the relief pitcher Alex Johnson. I don't know if I would have believed you if you told me before this game we'd be sitting here in the 7th inning and the 2 combined teams would have only used 3 pitchers. We'll see though, will the Renegades let Braden Maltby go back out for the 7th inning and work, or will they bring in someone from the pen? Either way, Colby Olt steps in, looks at the ball, 1-0 the count, 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Renegades lead a 3-2. Pitch on the way is outside, 2-0 now. We're at Merchants Park in front of what appears to be a sold-out crowd. There's a blue wave to my left and my right. The count now on the top of the 7th to the Renegades. Shortstop Colby Olt swings and misses there for strike 1. Nice pitch there. It came with the heat. Both teams only have 4 hits and 1 error. A very similar scoreboard out in right field outside the 1-run difference. This one is popped high in the air down the right field line. Curving foul. Does someone have it? Making the dive, but he can't get it. Is Berg just out of his reach. That ball continued to curve and curve as there's a ton of grass down the right field line in foul territory, and that almost found its way all the way to the dirt beyond it. So a really long run for Berg, the right fielder for the Merchants, and laid out but was about a glove length shy of making a catch. So that'll make things 2-2 after the foul ball as Olt gets new life after that one falls in. Johnson back on the mound, pitching out of the lineup. Looks in and now will kick and deliver. That one falls out of the zone, went off speed there. And it'll make things full. Plan on coming to a Merchants game anytime soon, you better keep your hands ready because they are throwing out snacks and Skittles and chips at all times. So better be aware as this one's grounded out to third. Picked on 1 hop, and the long throw over to first by Reed is in time as Freeman makes a catch. Ground out to third for the 2nd out of the inning. So that'll bring up Ross Lovich, left-handed batting right fielder. He is 0 for 3 so far today at the fly out to left field. In the first, popped out to the second baseman and lined out to right field in the 4th inning. Looking to extend this top of the 7th. Steps in the box, waves the bat over his left shoulder. He's got some bright yellow batting gloves on. Looks at strike one there. Color scheme has to work well with the yellow in both the Renegades and the Missouri Tigers, so no surprise there for Lovich. Lovich back in, waits on the 0-1. That's once again a called strike, and quickly ahead 0-2 is Johnson. Nobody on, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for the right fielder of the Renegades. Waits, swung on and missed, strike 3. The 3rd strikeout in just 2 innings for Johnson, and that will end the 7th. Well, folks, the Renegades are 3 outs away from a win and moving to 2-2 on the season. We'll see if they can do it. Don't go away on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt. Will be back for the bottom of the 7th in just a moment.
When things come out of left field, having a game plan matters. Farmers Insurance has over 90 years of experience helping people play through every stage of the game. We've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything. Talk to Farmers agent Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131 to see how I can help you stay in the game. That's Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
Alrighty, folks, we have got a good one here in Carroll, Iowa at Merchants Park. The bottom of the 7th inning. Just 3 outs between the Jefferson City Renegades and a road win, their first of the year and their first road game of the year. We've got a new pitcher on for the save. 3 outs trying to get, and the person trying to get those 3 outs will be Carter Gorling on for the save after 6 fantastic innings by Braden Maltby. Final line, 6 innings, 4 hits, had just the 2 runs given up. So really nice length out of a starting pitcher there when you still have 7 more innings to play after this. And we'll see if Gorling can get the final 3 outs before going to extras here. Batting this inning for the Merchants will be Parker Ingram, Kyle Berg, and then back to the top lineup for Jordan Mathewson. Fans are getting into this one as they want to rally here. Swing and a miss, strike 1 to start this one off. Ingram swung through the fast stuff there. So you can hear behind me, these fans here, what I would guess is near a sold-out crowd, is rooting for a rally here. He's going to have to start with the bottom of their lineup. 0-1 pitch on the way. Did that get him? No, it did not. I don't think he's up at a ball and a strike. Thought I hit something, but I believe it was probably just the catcher's glove, Horseshoe's glove, is probably what I heard there. Thought for a second that it might have got his arm, but it did not. Just the 4th pitcher used by both sides. Merchants had Riddle and Johnson, as this pitch is a called strike for 1-2. And now the Renegades have Maltby and Gorling on to close it out. Gorling wearing number 25 for the Renegades, right-handed pitcher and first baseman from the Woodlands, Texas. He's ahead 1-2 for the first batter. This one is hit high in the air out to center field. Should be easy for Lonesmeyer. He gets under it and makes the catch just above the head for out number 1. A fly out to center field is how we get underway in this 7th inning. Would have to think we'd be a pretty quick turnaround if this game does end in the 7th inning with 7 more to play. So we are just past 6:07 p.m. local time. I'd like to thank everyone who's tuned in for these 7 innings so far here tonight. Hope you stick with us for the second half of the doubleheader on the Show Me Sports Network. First pitch is swung on and missed. Nice off-speed pitch there. That one had some movement on it. Seemed like it started off the outside corner, then made its way back in, and Berg swung over it. A 1 pitch on the way. Swung and grounded to third. Right to the third baseman. Shrews throws across the diamond. Mize, did he keep the foot on? He did not. It pulled him off the bag. That's going to be an error. I thought Mize might have been able to keep the foot on as he crossed over the bag to make the catch, but it pulled him off, and that's going to be an error to get the first base runner of this inning, and actually the first base runner since the beginning of the 5th inning there for the Merchants. As of now, they have it up on the scoreboard as a hit. I have to believe that's going to go on an error, because if that throw is there in time, then it certainly is out number 2 in this inning. But for now, they have it up as a single. So now that is 5 hits on the ball game for the home Merchants. We'll see if they want to put the runner Berg in motion. Mathewson steps in, singled his last time up. And this one, did that get him? It did, and that's going to put 2 runners on. So just 2 pitches. Not a great sequence there for the Renegades, as you almost were looking at a sure out number 2, 2 up, 2 down, and now 2 pitches later you have a runner on second and first with only 1 out. So Berg moves up to second base. Mathewson takes first on the hit by pitch. Trouble brewing here for the Renegades, as they're going to go out and take a visit to the mound, calm everyone down, talk to the infield and the pitcher, Gorling. Gorling got the first out relatively quickly on the fly ball out to center field, and he looked like he was going to get out number 2 up until the throw pulled Mize off the bag. Mize made a really nice effort to try and keep his right foot on the bag, but could not do it, was ruled pulled off the bag. Ruled as an infield hit there for Kyle Berg, the number 9 hitter. His first hit of the game, and then moved up to second on what just was a hit by pitch. The second game Mathewson has now reached, and that'll now bring up Caleb Freeman, the catcher. Freeman, it looks like drawing something in the dirt just outside home plate, maybe for good luck. I mentioned the superstition earlier of the 2 different colored batting gloves, so we'll see if that leads to any success here. Merchants do have a little bit of comeback history. They were able to come in that game a couple days ago where they won 16-5. They were down entering the last inning and came back to send it to extras. So Renegades hoping they don't do that here. First pitch to Caleb Freeman, swung and fouled off to the left side. Brought the gas there, and Freeman was late, and that'll make things 0-1. After Freeman will be Garrett Freeman. Berg will be the runner off second, and Mathewson off first. Probably not going to send the runners here, but you never know. I'm not the one making those decisions. Time called, stepping out of the batter's box. Fans hoping here for a rally at Merchants Park. Pause at the belt, and Goring will bring home the 0-1 pitch. This one is a called strike. Nice location there, right under the front elbow there of Freeman. Freeman almost stood there for a second as to say, was that really a strike? But it was good location. And that makes things 0-2. So big opportunity here. If you can get the strike out of Freeman and get things to 2 outs after the way the last 2 batters went, be a big win here for the Renegades. All right, here we go. Gorling sporting the stirrups today. Has got the pitch and will bring it home. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Back-to-back perfectly located pitches. Nothing Freeman could do with that one. And a called strike 3 lawnmower rip by the umpire to send Freeman back to the dugout for the second out of the inning. Great bounce back at bat there by Gorling to get the strikeout on just 3 pitches and get the second out of the inning. Renegades now just 1 out away from the Merchants getting their first loss of the year, but also just 1 base hit away from this game being tied with the Speed and Berg at second. First pitch to Garrett Freeman, looking to be the 2-out hero. Lead is first and second. This one's flied in the air to right. Lovich looks like he's got a play. Still running. He's got it, and that will end this game. The Renegades will emerge from the dugout victorious, as Ross Lovich had to pick up some speed to make that catch, but it ends with a fly out to right field, and that is your ball game. A real exciting one, as got a little bit hairy there in the top of the 7th inning, but able to work around it for the save is Gorling, getting the strikeout on 3 pitches of Caleb Johnson, then the first pitch fly out to Ross Lovich of Garrett Freeman. Nice work by the Renegades as they all shake hands just on to foul territory of the third base side, and that is a 3-2 win for the Jefferson City Renegades over the Carroll Merchants here at Merchants Park. Fun one there for the visiting squad. Brendan Maltby will get the win, pitching 6 innings for its 2 runs. Just had the 1 strikeout, but was very effective. And then Carter Goring on for the save. Ruled as giving up the 1 hit, did not give up any runs, and had the 1 strikeout as well. So not often you win a game and pitch as well as the Renegades did with having just 2 strikeouts, but they found a way to get it done. I would assume a very quick turnaround before we get to game 2, but regardless, I'm going to head to a very quick break, and then I will be back to wrap things up here in just a moment and preview a little bit of game 2. Stay with us.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie!
MoX Dock and Norm Direct is back better than ever. Much more than your #1 ground shuttle transportation service to St. Louis Airport. Yes! MoX Dock and Norm Direct is Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Sporting events, concerts, wedding receptions, the lake, winery trips, Branson, plaza shopping, reunions, pub crawls. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond. We do it all. Remember, we want you to ride MoX Dock and Norm Direct.
You've been listening to the biggest and absolute best game coverage in mid-Missouri on the exclusive home for Jefferson City Renegades baseball, the Show Me Sports Network and the Renegades Radio Network. The Show Me Sports Network broadcast crew are the ones that know your Renegades the best. Exclusive coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball has been brought to you by Animal Medical Center of Jefferson City, Avon with Michelle Carty, Boone County Journal, Centurion Cares, Christopher Scott, Farmers Insurance, Dock and Norm Direct, Eddie Gaedel Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, Hoslog Landscaping and Design, Last Sentinel Firearms, Retrieving Freedom, River Oak Christian Academy, Sawdust Studios, State Tech of Missouri, and Walk Off Wood Bat Company. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Join us anytime on the web at ShowMeSportsNetwork.com or find us on Facebook by searching the Show Me Sports Network. The Show Me Sports Network and the Renegades Radio Network, your exclusive home for Jefferson City Renegades baseball.
Alrighty, it is a happy post-game show for the Jefferson City Renegades and our listeners here on the Show Me Sports Network as they have taken the first game of this doubleheader by a final score of 3-2 in 7 innings. Hope everyone enjoyed the broadcast here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt here to break down a little bit of what we just heard and what I just saw here from Carroll, Iowa at Merchants Park. This game got started very early for the Jefferson City Renegades thanks to Ty Wonsmeyer getting on first with a single, making it to second, then stealing third and scoring on an error. That would be the first run of the ball game. Renegades would jump out to a 2-0 lead in the top of the second after a base on ball by Brennan Perkins. He would come all the way around to score on an RBI single. Ty Wonsmeyer once again being involved there in both the first 2 runs of the game. Merchants would cut into that lead with a run in the bottom of the second inning, coming on a single by Hunter Reed, who would then come around to score later in that inning. And then once again, Renegades would jump back up by 2 in the top of the 4th inning after Hunter Sherman would come around to score all the way from second base. That would be all the runs that the Renegades would need, as even though they didn't score on the 5th, 6th, and 7th, the pitching really locked it down. Even though the Merchants got one more run, that coming in the 4th inning, the final 3 innings of pitching by this Renegades pitching staff was absolute beauty to watch as a fan, as a broadcaster, and hope everyone got to enjoy what we just heard and saw. Braden Maltby gets the win for the Renegades. 6 innings, only the 1 strikeout, but lot of weak contact, 4 hits, 2 runs allowed. And then Carter Gorling with the save for the Renegades. 1 inning pitched, 1 strikeout, and just 1 hit allowed. So especially when we look at the 5th, 6th, and 7th innings, 5th inning had the leadoff single by Jordan Mathewson. Then Maltby really got down to business with the line out, fly out, and ground out. Mathewson never left first base. Then 6th inning, the final inning of the night for Maltby. Got a line out, a fly out, and a ground out. 3 up, 3 down. And then the last inning, a fly out to start the inning. He let 2 runners on there and right after that on a hit and a hit by pitch. But then followed that with a 3-pitch strikeout. 3, I think, of the best located pitches we may have seen by either pitcher all night long to Caleb Freeman. Then the first pitch, fly out into foul territory. Ross Lulovich glides over to make the catch, and that's the all ball game. Renegades win it 3-2. So a really fun one, and we should be back really, really soon. It's 6:19. Game was really supposed to start right about this time or a few minutes early, but they've got to clean the field. They're currently covering the mound out there and fixing the dirt, so maybe planning for a little bit of rain. If I look out beyond the left field wall, the clouds are certainly much darker out in the distance. Haven't gotten a chance to check the forecast, but I assume they think the rain is on the way, and we'll see how that affects the second ball game. They have got cover for the fans, so pretty much all the fans here are staying, realizing how soon the second game is going to start. But I believe that's going to be it for me, as that's about all we have from this first game. Low scoring, but a really, really fun one from a couple of teams that have had some high offensive outputs in the first couple of games of the season, but not today so far. Pitching was dynamite, and the Renegades get the win. We'll be back, though, before the start of the next game once we get the lineups and the starting pitchers to preview some more baseball. After today's first game, the doubleheader, Jefferson City moves to 2-2, so after the 2 deflating losses to start the season, not necessarily deflating, but 2 losses, losing 6-3 and 10-0, they jump right back at the walk-off win last night and then win here today by a run. So 2 one-run victories in a row. And then Carroll Merchants, who are just putting up run after run, 3-0 on the season, gets stifled here on the offensive side in the first 7 innings today, only putting up 2 runs and lose this one to fall to 3-1. Well, it's been an absolute blast for me. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope everyone here did too. I hope you stay with us for the nightcap of this doubleheader. We've got 7 more fun innings to play, and we'll be back with that very, very soon. That's all for me here from Merchants Park. I'm Ben Schmidt, and I will see you all later tonight for some more Renegades baseball.